is Artifacts of Mars, and this is Disclosure. Last time, in part 1 of the phases of Mars, we looked at this formation up here. These two objects were certainly not natural by any means. Today, we're going to look at some smaller objects, and if we don't finish up in this segment, then I'll have to do a third video. I actually cut the first one a little bit shorter than I would have liked, but I'm going to keep it the way it is. Taking a look at the green pointer. This green pointer, by the way, is not in the picture per se. It's in front of it. This is a VR lab. Taking a look at the green pointer, it goes right down to this object, which appears to be a handle of some sort. It may actually be a pipe running from one place to another, too. That's a distinct possibility. It kind of looks like a handle with a bolt hole right there. And it's shiny, so we know it's made out of metal. This is not natural by any stretch of imagination. That's an incredible object when you think about it. You know, I have never seen a rock, anything similar to that. I don't think you'll ever find a rock similar to that. So that's not natural. Here's object number 2 at the tip of the red pointer. Barely discernible. What this is, just appears to be some sort of a metal rod laying right there in the Martian dust. Very straight, very unnatural, and certainly not a rock, so that's number 2. Now I gotta move the cameras around. Down here, here's an unusual object, which I can't quite make out. Natural, artificial? Really not sure. Just thought I'd point that one out. It kind of looks unnatural. I believe it to be hollow on the one side. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that because we have more important things. I'm maneuvering the camera, and we're going to show some pipes here. Here's a pipe or something similar. You see how it goes from there, up and around. It appears to be sticking out right here, and it goes and attaches here. And then we have this flat piece that runs underneath yet another pipe or something similar. Nature didn't form this. This was formed by aliens or ancient humans, one of the two. It actually looks like it's suspended above the ground a little bit. You can see shadows underneath it, so it is not natural by any means. There's another artifact. And it gets better. Taking a look at this. We have a dome-shaped object. We got some windows, what appear to be windows right here. Down here we have another object which is similar. These have to be on the small side, so I don't know if these are windows or what they are. What the purpose of the openings are. And nature doesn't form that. That's not natural. And it gets better. We're going to deal first with some growths here. You see these strands coming down. These are essentially vines of some sort. I know enough about plants to know I'm seeing vines. They come through the cracks there. I gotta move my thing there. They come down here as well. So those are vines of some sort. Totally ignored by NASA. but they're definitely there, and I can see individual strands. One strand even goes beyond the lip of this little opening, which means there's no possibility that it is a discoloration or anything like that. That's good. That's proof of plants right there. Down here, we have an odd object. We have this long rod type thing, and then there's something which may be a sign attached to it. That's what I'm wondering, if maybe we're looking at some sort of a sign that once stood on Martian soil and has since gone by the wayside. Tough call. But looking inside this little area, we see something shiny and metallic right in here. And there are holes and other things in it. There's like 6 or 7 rectangular metallic objects attached to it. I'm going to maneuver around to the lighter photo, because I think we can see things a little bit better in that one. Okay, this is the original version of the photo. I have to set my environmental settings. Beautiful. We can see a round metallic object hanging down from the roof of this thing. Right here. Looks like a kind of a pulley type deal. I've certainly seen those before. That's not all that unusual from Martian photos. Looking to the left of it, I believe we're looking at some sort of alien machinery. I mentioned before that there were these long rectangular things on the side of it. Right there they are. I'm counting 6 distinct units, plus some more units coming out of the front of it. So they're different. They're cylindrical, and they're fairly complex. There's one cylinder there, and one cylinder on top of that, and a larger cylinder to the right, as well as another one. So, there you have it. This is going to conclude part 2. It looks like I'll be doing a part 3, because I haven't really stunning object to show to the public yet. Remember, I'm not here to wow the scientists. I'm here to show the public the truth. I need your help. I need you to pressure your representatives. Thank you for your kind attention.